we've still got like an hour of stream time to go, so I need to know what happens, guys. Oh my god. The game has fucked up. We are fucked. Can I just... Okay, apparently I can still get to the save, so I'm just going to save over this... Which one am I going to save over? I guess I'll save over the second one? Well, this is interesting. I'm terrified. We would to you promised we could be together, I'm guessing. Episode 4 is my favourite. Is it the BBL of Holiday Star? Yes. Well! Good! Great! Though... I... thought... No... Me... I thought you... never understood me? Well, even oh, what I do is me. Please enter your name. Why did you kiss me? I'm guessing that last one was? I don't... Is Tasaka Ash okay? Game, you come into my house, you glitch up my screen, you ask me if Tasaka Ash is okay. Drink. I was really hoping the answers would just all be no there. Tasaka Ash is absolutely not okay in any respect. Not okay, not even a little. I'm glad I kept this joke running till this moment so that we could celebrate in how not okay we are. At last the day has come. The day of my final victory over you. Okay, wasn't expecting him back. You weren't expecting the sexy rival to be back? Have you ever looked at a piece of media logic? Isa Soma. I know you are here tonight. My heart flutters just imagining your ungainly... It's pretty gay. There's no ungay about it. Form prostrating itself in fear before my new weapon. Look up at the night sky. The stars, the moon. They all give me their blessings in this, my decisive moment of artistry. Never mind, it seems to have clouded over. Can't the weather try to read the atmosphere at least a little? It is the atmosphere, Tori, and you should have consulted the internet. Come on, you ninnies, the star player has arrived at last. Show a little enthusiasm. It is of no matter. Nothing can overshadow my day of glory now. Prepare yourself for the end, Isa Soma. Nishikikoji Tori, the artist, the one and only, has arrived. Tremble before me, pitiful fools. Wait, no, give applause for the glory you are about to witness. Man, he really does want to be a supervillain, doesn't he? He is trying so hard. I'm alarmingly sure that this guy is actually my bird sonar. Tonight, I unveil my... Didn't I just ask for applause? What is this silliness? This is my grand entrance. You must... Oh dear. Oh no. I'm very worried about all these doves. Is it the astronomy club? Is this like the same night? Are we all asleep? Did his imagination ray put us in the Midnight Galactic Railroad land? I don't! What on earth is going on? Ah, good Mr. Editor-in-Chief. I'm afraid we're in the middle of a sexy and gradual process at the moment. Yuya Sakazaki, what on earth are you doing? Could it wait? You two are Nishikakuji Tori, right? As you can see, we're a little busy. We really don't need more problems right now, so just sit tight and hold it, kiddo. Actually, I suppose you're not that young anymore. Oh, sick burn! How rude. I still have my youthful vigor, and I will prove it with these 3 exclamation marks. Sexy and Gradual Process is my next band name. They do like, atonal electronica. More importantly, what is going on? This is entirely too strange. Could you fill me in a little, please? You're suddenly being very polite and I am worried, Tori. Would that we could. If anybody here does know what's going on, please speak up. Everyone gathered here to see the total lunar eclipse, and the eclipse started. So far, everything is fine. It's just a normal school outing. But then, things went wrong. When the last corner of the moon was hidden, everyone here fell asleep. Asleep! Their brain activity is normal. They're all experiencing an extended period of REM sleep. So that was Yuya breaking into the dream. Yes! That was so interesting! REM sleep. So then, they're dreaming. Dream Hacksaw? I'm in. It would seem so. What's the problem then? You can just wake them up. We can't, and that's the problem. REM sleep is when the body sleeps, but the brain remains awake. Normally, you can wake someone experiencing it up quite easily, but we can slap their faces and shout in their ears all we want, but they don't wake up. An entire astronomical observation group falling asleep at once. It's strange, but not unheard of. I suppose it's a form of mass hysteria. I've heard that in past cases the birds involved have woken up by themselves when the moon becomes visible again. Unfortunately for us, the eclipse ended a while ago, and they're still asleep. Do you suppose the clouds have something to do with that? Quite possibly. They gathered right as the eclipse ended, so we haven't seen the moon since before it started. It's awfully hard to believe. How could looking at the moon cause something like... Coming through! You really need to learn to tailor your speech to the occasion. You are completely lacking in grace and quite rude. Excuse me, Nageki. A, how dare you insult me, and B, I can talk to my future dead husband any way I want. The people here are the ones being rude. There's something wrong with a place where dawn doesn't follow pre-dawn. Nageki and I came to this dream country, the Holiday Star, on the night train. We got to run errands for Mr. Forward King, and we got to see our friends, and it all seemed like good fun, but when morning was coming and we thought we were going to wake up, morning didn't come. Who are you talking to? The camera, of course. These episodes weren't all released at once, so people have probably forgotten what happened last time. Well, I'm alarmed by how very meta this segment of the game is getting. Being so directly aware of the camera seems a little unprofessional to me. Whatever. It's better to give the readers a hand. Mr. King, are you in here? I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. His Royal Highness, the King. Hello, I am the King. Mr. King, you wretched little blob of lemon yogurt. Wow! I'm loving all of the insults Ash has come up with in Holiday Star. The king was very scared, because the human girl had come with a scary face and a fierce voice. He's shrinking, Miss Tosaka. Control yourself before he disappears entirely. What kind of a wimp is he? Something isn't right here, Mr. King. The night isn't ending, and we aren't waking up. The night does not end. By the way, which birds are you guys' favorites? You're my son! You do not wake from the dream. The dream wakes from you. What are you talking about? Night is followed by a new morning. And after that, a new day. The king said, the holiday does not end on the Holiday Star. Oh shit! That is tracing some interesting precedent back to Miru and Kaku. And Ryuji showing up everywhere. What horrendous horror is the king hiding? This is going to break my heart. There is definitely a link to the real world of Hatoful in here, and I am terrified. The holiday is forever. The king asked if a new day were to come, would the holiday not have to end? Would that not be strange? Oh. We seem to have arrived at riddles. Oh, common sense makes a very poor weapon in debates here. Well, in that case, how can we get home? Do you think he's part of the genetic material of the non-bird duo? I remembered in the first game, Ryuji was talking about the Hila samples. And I'm worried about the Hila samples now. In relation to Minu and Kaku. The king said there is no returning from the journey you have taken. You're telling me, pal! You should know this well. The dead can never return to life. Well! Here we are! All of our predictions have come true. I'm horrified. Chat, you should be horrified also. I'm so... Where did that come from? Tasaka, you have not been paying attention. What do you mean, Mr. King? Isn't this just some happy dream theme park or something? The king said this is the land of dreams. This is where birds who have died wait dreaming for the end of eternity. That would make sense for me, but... Your Majesty, not all of the birds here are dead. And there's a living human right here! But if you're a ghost now, you can hug you ghost boyfriend? That is a good point. We didn't do anything aside from watching the eclipse, right? Maybe we got hit by a gigantic meteor? If we died that suddenly, we might arrive in the land of the dead while still alive? Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Someone arrives here a little early. This is why we had death on the train. But the king is kind, and so is always happy to entertain those who need to wait for proper citizenship. Ah, too bad, Ash, you're a dead bird now. You verified your vitals, so you're definitely still alive. I'm worried about that he managed to break through into the world of the dream. The fact that he exploded and came through to the land of the dead makes me worry about any more burns he might have inflicted upon himself. No, thank you. Let's leave already, Nageki. Do you think that we should? This does seem like the place for me. Let's go back to the school. You don't need some pushy king who forces people into staying in his country either. Indeed. I can't say I like it much. Yes, roast him, Nageki! We can get back to the school on the train we took to get here, right? We'll go home whether you want us to or not. Don't bother to see us off. The king said the train will not come. Why not? The night will not end. There is no station, and the train will not come. I don't follow the logic. Is that really surprising, given who's talking to you? We've been calling Yuya a bad spy, but he literally broke into the afterlife, and I think that deserves some props. Yeah, okay, he's doing his best. I've had enough. We're finding a way out on our own. Well, that sounded really cool, but how are we going to get out? The station we arrived at was right around... There's nothing here. It's gone. It seems so. Maybe it stops at a different platform when it's going the other way? But I don't see any platform anywhere. Excuse me, citizens of this land. Yes, miss. We are perfectly normal tourists, and we came here to sightsee. Oh, how wonderful. This is a very nice place. You're welcome to move in. No! We're here to sightsee. We don't want to stay. Is that right? Have you thought about staying permanently then? Jump through the hole Yuya made? This really seems like the best idea available to us. Stop repeating yourself. What should we do, Nageki? This is like verbal dodgeball. I think we have to find our own way out, like you said. Oh no, this is why Ryota's dad was here? Yeah, we figured it out. We realized it was the land of the dead. We just didn't know why we were there. And now, we need to figure out what to do. Can't you just wait for it to clear up again? Even if it doesn't, shouldn't sunlight work just as well? Wait, did Shu go moonwatching too? Yes, he did with the twins! Has Tori just not seen him yet? No, we can't. We've got a time limit, you see. What do you mean? Avian brains are unstable things, barely out of a period of rapid, unnatural development. And right now, every birdie on the ground here is suffering from a disconnect between their brains and their bodies. If we leave them for too long, they won't be able to wake up again. They'll be stuck dreaming until they die. That said, I don't know what will happen with the human. What? So they'll become vegetables? Issa! Issa Soma, you cretin! Wake up! If you're going to slip into an eternal dream, at least do it after being appropriately awed by my artistry! I want to head back in. Do I have your permission? Do you understand what you're saying, Sakazaki Yuya? Head in. Into the world of dreams. I'm a messenger of dreams. Sounds pretty romantic, doesn't it? Yuya Sakazaki. One of the victims, Shirogane's... I can't believe I messed up Sakuya's name! I am ashamed of myself. Shirogane Sakuya is a relative of Sakazaki's. Sakazaki can synchronize with his brainwaves and access his dreams if he follows the right procedure. Save us, Yuya! It's a very strange thing. Everyone here is seeing the exact same dream, almost like a field trip of the soul. The last time I went in, I confirmed a few of them aside from Sakuya. And I suspect that if I can spur them into action directly, we can get them out of there. Your job here isn't to take a hit for your younger brother. Can you promise me you'll act with discretion? Yes, sir. I can. They're drift compatible, thank you chat, I was waiting for it. Understood. Your orders, Sakazaki, are to enter the dream through Shirogane Sakuya, extract the people trapped inside, and pull out. A really unfortunate choice of phrasing with Yuya. This will only be a success if everyone comes out alive. Just think like Sakuya and you can get into the dream, Yuya. Just call everyone mongrels. Ouch. But true. And that includes you, Sakazaki Yuya. Yes, sir. Wait! Just a minute. What's in that bottle? Is that stuff legal? Tori Nishikikoji, like you give a shit. And those are sleeping pills? Yes. He's about to enter someone else's dream. If he wants to get in, he doesn't have much of a choice. This isn't something to do on a whim. Ugh. This can't possibly be good for you. What? How? Why? When did you start caring? Don't come crying to me if you start experiencing embarrassingly personal side effects. Everything has a price. If you've got a goal in mind, you'd better be prepared to pay up. Here are the electrodes. I'll be keeping an eye on the monitor. You ready, Sakazaki Yuya? Yes, sir. Oh! Jeez. Fine, I get it. I'll help too. He was just waiting for someone to ask him. He really wants to be in on the mad science. He's probably offended by how unartistic it is. Why are you so angry all of a sudden? I'm not angry. This is just my face. I just can't stand being here with you two stealing all the dramatic roles. Let me do something too. So wait, will Yuya be drunk? Please be drunk. We need Angel. Yeah, Angel hasn't shown up yet. Yuya is on sleeping pills. He is going to be high as fuck. You want to get rid of these clouds, yes? Can you do something about them? Just who do you think I am? I am the man once known as the Crawler, the former head of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division. And now, I go by the Champion Bad Guy. I am the greatest advisor in the artistic research sector, Nishikikoji Tori. Do you think my new weapon can't handle a few puny clouds? He is absolutely going to shoot the clouds with a laser. And it might just work. I see. Certainly sounds impressive. How soon can you be ready? Wind speed, air temperature, humidity. Once I've collected some meteorological data, my calculations will be simple. Give me 20 minutes, and I shall unveil my masterpiece. So you'll be cracking the dream from the outside, while I go at it from the inside. Shit! I don't need a new ship, Yuya! Sounds good. I'm going under. Adieu. This is the place where he was having that tea party. Looks like it isn't too easy to plug a hole in here once it's open. Fuck the clouds, but don't fuck the clouds, you know? I think he's going to need to go kidnap some more manga fans. Give him 20 minutes. It'll be fine. I can't let myself get forcibly ejected again. Time to find everyone and convince them to say goodbye to Dreamland. No, I meant what I said. Fuck those clouds, seduce those clouds, embrace them. Look, we said reach for the sky. We didn't say caress the sky. And as for the people he's trying to rescue... Please, take it easy. This kingdom is a wonderful place. Just take it easy. Ugh! Double take it easy combo! With fries. There is literally no one we don't ship Yuya with. Sad but true. Doesn't look like anyone's changing their mind. They just keep on asking us to move in! And we are definitely not at that level of our relationship. We may or may not have shipped him with a coat rack once. Oh, I remember that. Good times. We're not going to learn anything from them. Time to break through their line and find the exit point. Let's go, Nageki. Anywhere, as long as we get out of here. Anywhere, not here, preferably not Shu's restaurant. That doesn't sound like much of a plan. Excellent, mon ami. Your reckless energy is a sight for sore eyes indeed. Floppy Dove Man! I thought you'd be stuck in a mysterious land getting sued for inappropriate behavior by the Queen of Hearts by now! Yuya, we don't value you as greatly as you should be valued. I'm so glad you're okay! Now I ship Fluffy Heretic slash Floppy Dove Man? Yeah. A real hero always saves his good moves for the final scene after all. Which is to say, we've got an emergency. I can't risk sticking around too long and getting banhammered again, so I'll keep this quick. This place is not real. We have to leave. Quickly. Yes! I know! I shouldn't even be here! But we don't know how to get out. Meaning, it's not enough just to be aware and want to wake up? What's going on, Yuya? Will we be okay? Please, tell us whatever you know. Well, alright. Stay calm and listen. Tasaka Ash wasn't even supposed to be here today. This is like when we showed up for school a day early. So embarrassing. I'll fill you in on what's going on in the real world. Oh no, are we going to get Nageki out too? Well, we have to, right? We're like in the middle of the game. And if we stay like this for too long, we'll turn into potheads? Not potheads, Miss Tasaka. Vegetables. Exactly. And that's why I'm here, to find you all, wake you up inside, and end the dream. What's going on? What's that light? A flare? Is this some sort of super mission signal? The ground's shaking. I don't think that's a flare. That was pretty fast. I guess he's got more than a big mouth after all. Oh my lord! Yuya, I'm not supposed to ship this. I have other ships involving you. Angle. Set. Power. Set. Backups. Set. Perfection. Ah, pure pearlescent moonlight. Shine on my beautiful figure. A night as artistic as this needs no plain, ugly clouds. Allow me to introduce the pinnacle of my efforts in the field of optics. Nishikikoji Masterpiece X792 Point Light Weapon System AC Vortex. Yuya! What is going on? Is this some sort of natural disaster? No friendly bird is giving us a hand. He also has a big pause laser. Yep. And he's giving us a hand with it. He's going to break this dream from the outside. The sky is getting brighter. Is it morning again? I can't say I'd be unhappy if the moonlight alone fixed everything, but, well, we'll see. What do you think you're doing? Yes, what do you think you're doing? Why are you trying to break down our beautiful castle? Ah! I am terrified! I'm terrified I'm dead. But what? The king will not let you leave. The clouds are parting. Good work. But of course, have I ever failed? In my entire life? Now, oh beautiful full moon, show us your lovely form. The king said, "Don't leave me. Don't leave me behind." What is this? This must be some sort of joke. I am not dreaming. Is this not reality? It is. What you and I are seeing should be real anyway. What? Why is this happening to me? Then what is that hideous thing doing up there? You know what? Now seems like a good time. I'm just gonna save over that one. Yep, this... Ah! Egg. The one time egg is not hilarious. The king made an egg. A giant, enormous egg. A giant black egg to hide the kingdom away. Is Tosaka. Oh, Miss Tosaka. Ugh. What a crazy dream, huh? It's a little early to say that. The nightmare isn't over yet, mon ami. I knew it wouldn't be that easy. Not after you said all that flag-raising stuff, Yuya. Things certainly look a little different, at least. It's pitch dark all around us and quiet. There's no sound apart from our voices. It got bright and there was that earthquake, and then the king showed up out of nowhere? What happened? I'm not entirely sure myself. I think we can safely say that king fellow doesn't want us leaving, though. I think he shut us in. This is kidnapping. Hey, Mr. King! What kind of VIP treatment is this? I don't want any of it. There's no reply. It's just a cold, dark abyss. What do we do? Nageki? Yuya? Are the others okay? The king doesn't seem to want any... Oh my god. The king doesn't seem to want to let any of us go, so he's probably trapped the others in here too. Tori is such a helpful bird breaking their dream. I'm actually slightly less freaked out now. Of course. Okay, no, scratch that. I'm more freaked out. I figured that they'd be able to see each other at least. We can't see anything. So we can't. I can just barely make out Nageki and Yuya, but if they step back just a little, I think I'd lose them. We can't see what's a wall and what's a corridor. We'll never find any... Hey there, in a bit of a bind, eh? Ryuji! Presumably. Oh! Mr. Migrant Bird? Here's a nightmare scenario. Shu is wandering around somewhere out there in the dark night stars. Good point. It would be very easy to murder any of us. It's good to get stuck like this. Be troubled as much as you can while you're still young. Now isn't the time for friendly old man wisdom. You know him? Well, we've bumped into him a few times. He's just a hungry old man. A hungry old man. That's a depressing way of putting it. Professor Nanaki and the doctor are the only two adults asleep on the roof. What's going on here? You're a migrant, right, mister? Do you know how to get out of here? I haven't the slightest. If you're going to show up right when we're stuck, can't you at least be useful? I've never been good at sticking to the goal. I just wait for the wind to blow and head wherever it smells like tender grasses. This is why you died, Ryuji. There's no need for you young folks to be in such a hurry either. Why not take a break for a change? We appreciate the thought, but alas, we're a little short on time right now. We're one step away from a permanent vegetative state, after all. This explains why you were such a terrible father? Yes. We're still alive. We shouldn't be here. Well, I may have come here naturally. Oh my god, did we just ruin Nageki's afterlife? I feel like we just ruined Nageki's afterlife. Oh, is that right? I thought there was something odd about you. So you came here early by mistake. I like living fast. Yes. That does sound like a problem. Are only dead birds supposed to come here? No, that's not it. Don't look so down, you weren't far off. Really, this star isn't a place anyone should come to. What do you mean? So it's not where we end up where we die. Okay, we did not break Burb Heaven. Good to know. Birds who pass their names to the stars wander the night sky. There are any number of places to see. Oh no, Hitori. Stop living so fast, Ash. Too fast. Well, she does die young. This is true and very sad. But there are also stars like this. Stars which aren't stars. It's a bit like a himanthophid's light, if you see what I mean. A himantophid? A lure for prey. Or something like that. We're in purgatory? Burbatory? Yeah. It's a real problem. If I get stuck on a fake star like this, I can't continue my journey. Gotta find a way out. I'll go take a look around. That's no mood! Well, here we are. Nope. Drawers. I was trying to say poorly drawn doors, and my brain just decided to smash it all together. I am losing English. Oh. It's not very bright, but I can see some starlight now. There are tiny stars everywhere. I hadn't noticed them before. Your eyes are getting used to the darkness. See, a little break now and then can help, too. Okay, thanks, Dad. He's right, my eyes are used to it now. We're standing in the center of a large round room with 2 doors? Maybe everyone else is through those. Oh no, one goes to life and one goes to death. My predictions have been alarmingly on point so far. And I'm worried about how on point they still might be. Though, we can't tell where they lead. Oh, don't you have your map with you? Oh, well, okay, maybe I was wrong. We just got shut in here! We didn't get to bring a strategy guide along? But doesn't the Morning Dove there have a planisphere? Yes, I have it. The king took our guide! Your predictions are universally terrible, and that's why they're right! And it would explain why Negeki has the map. There's your map. Negeki's planisphere? It is a very nice planisphere, but will studying constellations now really? Oh boy. Egg? It looks a little like a dark nebula. That's a bad egg. That's a great dad pun. A great birb dad pun. When an egg turns black, it's rotten. Black is the color of a poor chick who died before hatching. We're just a bit above the very bottom right now. The stars' lights are birds' souls, burning bright and happy even in a dead egg. Oh no, all of our friends! So, you want to get out of here? My job here is to find everyone and get out, yes. I think I'm ready to go home. And I want to see tomorrow! Look, we're one step closer to hatching. Chicks grow teeth to help them tear out of their shells and into the new world. We only need them that once. With them, we can break out of the shell by our own strength. No matter how tough the shell is, it will break eventually. If the chick is alive, it can break free. This is a false star. That wasn't a real light you saw. That was the lighthouse, luring wanderers in from the Milky Way. We probably should have just stayed on the train. A false star is a dangerous thing. Once you're in, it can be hard to get out. It's scary. Break the shell and burn down the false light. The Morning Dove there can do it. After all, he's got all the answers. Answers? I see. So, all this is fake? Do you have a plan, Negeki? No, not really. I just know what the king was thinking when he made this place. I know why he took one of our stars, and I know why only I can break it. If I can, that is. Somehow. Oh, I'm starting to get really worried. If it links specifically to Negeki, and oh my god, the lost name and the lost star. Oh, I'm so worried. And the stars are souls. This is coming together and not in a good way. Well, good luck. Wait! Can't you explain that a little more? Too late. He's gone. Jeez, no one likes a key character who just shows up with a whole bunch of gnomic advice and doesn't actually say anything useful. Now, mon ami. At least he gave us some hints, right? And some cause for optimism. He said that I could do it. Well, at least the gnomic and hungry old man gave Nageki some clear assurance. Your planisphere sure is turning out to be useful, Nageki. A little above the very bottom. So, we're right here. And there are 2 stars nearby. And if the stars are what he said, we should be able to find everyone else if we aim for the stars? Let's hope so. And there are 2 suspicious stars up at the top. The false lighthouse. That must be the light we saw from the plaza. And from what he said, we need to break it? Alright. Now then, we'll need to head up both sides. This looks like a good time to split up, don't you think? No! Incorrect, Yuya. You die a lot. Nageki is already dead. I don't trust either of you alone. You are sticking with me, and we are living through this. No! Happens all the time in longer dungeons in RPGs. I'm ready to roll. Protecting the ladies is always my first priority. I'd like to go with you, mon ami, but I'll go alone. You'll be safer if you've got the map with you, after all. Take care of her, alright? Right. Excuse me, who has 800 vitality? Nageki has like -5 vitality. Well, the king very kindly trapped us all in a gigantic evil doom egg. Will we escape from the dream with our lives? Will we save the game? Of course we will! After all, this place is crazy. What kind of place doesn't have morning radio aerobics? I like your metrics, Tasaka. And so we split up, Nageki and me going through one door, Yuya through the other. We'll wake everyone from this dream and smash this rotten egg from the inside. Yuya's already off and getting stuff done. We'd better move along too. Right. Our little baby Ash is all grown up and saving on her own. I've grown as a person thanks to you guys. Yuya does seem pretty professional sometimes. He even had a real gun during that time at Christmas. Maybe he really is with the FBI or something? I'm opening the door. Are you ready? Bring it on! Oh gosh! The lying picture book. This stuff was in the gallery. I'm terrified. Yes, you save video games and ship birb incest. I really have grown as a person. Remember the good old days when we just needed to keep people out of the infirmary? Yay. Anyway, the lying picture book. Once, there was an Oko-san. There was something the Oko-san wanted to find, no matter what. So he ran to the ends of the earth. The Oko-san was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth, there was a giant hole in the ground. The Oko-san fell into the hole. Oh no. Oh no. No one remembers the Oko-san now. Poor Oko-san. Poor Oko-san. Excuse me? Oko-san is the pudding god. Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding. Oko-san! Hostage confirmed. Moving to secure. Oko-san, let's get out of here, okay? Not okay! Oko-san used wing attack. It's super effective. Ow! Ow, Oko-san, that hurts! Calm down and listen to me. Oko-san is not Oko-san. Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding. Sure. You're not being a particularly benevolent god, either way. Yeah, Oko-san, a god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Really? Yes. In that case, Oko-san will listen for 3 centimeters. Oko-san, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Silence! So, 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds. Looks like it. Oko-san, calm down! This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Pudding is pudding. What does Ash know about pudding? I don't know anything about pudding. Ugh. Think about it, Oko-san. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. It's something beyond and above. Something completely outside my comprehension. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like it's the meaning of the universe, or final secret of the earth, or some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you've tried to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what the pudding you're looking for is. But I do understand that it's not something you can find just like that. Of course not. The pudding is an amazing treasure. Doesn't that strike you as odd then? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything? Huh? What have you been training for all these years? Haven't you been training so you can find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easily. It's a trap, Oko-san. It's also a lie. A fake. You have to remember, Oko-san. Remember the pudding you seek. Oh, he's ascended. Oh my gosh! Stained glass burbs! This is great! And before we know it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Was everything we saw in here before just an illusion created by the king? Probably, yes. He was hoping to hold us back. Oko-san has remembered. True pudding is the universe itself, but it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite. I don't think I follow. Don't worry, I don't either. The real pudding was the friends we made along the way. Aww. That's actually sweet. Because it's a dessert. No. Oko-san must return to Earth and seek the true pudding. The wall cracked? We must be breaking the shell, like the migrant said. Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking, I want to go home, the egg cracks a little. Do we need to find some ruby slippers? We can do that. It doesn't look like it will crack anymore though, and we probably couldn't break it by hand. Determination! We'll need to keep going forward. Oko-san is going home. Oko-san, wait! Oko-san gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Oko-san would look fantastic in ruby slippers. Excuse me, I think you're thinking of Ryota. Well, he can probably take care of himself just fine. Probably. My eyes are getting used to the darkness again, and I can make out another door opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? I'm assuming that's unclosed. The unclosed picture book. Once there was a chrysalis. The chrysalis was all alone. It didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed a chrysalis forever. One day, a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends. I can show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me." If this is Shu, I'm going to cry. The lonely chrysalis was happy, because it wasn't alone anymore. But its friend, the butterfly, disappeared soon after. The lonely chrysalis was alone again. It didn't know where to go anymore. It didn't know what it wanted to do anymore. The lonely chrysalis shrank and hardened. Nothing will ever come out of it now. Poor chrysalis. Poor chrysalis. Merry Christmas! You son of a bitch, you better not have crashed. Oh, thank fuck. Can't we just leave Shu in here? Ig no? Ig yes. It's the Christmas junkies. And here I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrenching scene. You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some sort of deep internal conflict as well. Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory. Miru, Kaku, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore. Merry Christmas? What? This place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Merry Christmas! Shock! Times 10 to the 6th! I suppose that's an expression of surprise. They do appear to be moved. Merry Christmas! That would be bad. Really bad. Merry Christmas! Mira and Kaku want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom! The two of them run off into the darkness. That was a lot easier than Oko-san. But there aren't any cracks in the shell. There must still be someone here. I wonder who it could possibly be. I guess so. We just went through this plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know who we'll find through that door. Apparently we're going to have open quote fun close quote with Hitori's route. This is going to be interesting. Enormous enemy is approaching. Keep your dignity, Nageki. I'm already dead, so I think I'll be safe no matter what, but do be careful, Miss Tasaka. If you die in the dream, you die in real life. Coming through! Huh? There's no reply, it's just a kitchen. Miss Tasaka, watch out! Well, that was a fun game, everyone! See you next week! What? What? What happened? Nageki slams into me from behind. I go rolling across the floor. Nageki! And I thought you were such a gentleman! I'm as surprised as you are. Complain to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling. A gigantic bear trap is lying on the floor where I stood a moment ago. Did that fall from the ceiling? He's just jumping your bones, Ash. Snap. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh, do forgive me. It appears to have fallen a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear. I will use more exact measurements next time. What do you mean, do not fear, you people-sidle partridge proprietor? And you're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Hanging it from the ceiling? Really? I swear kids these days can't do anything right. Okie doke. I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head and then lift them back up to the ceiling. It would help with desanguinization, you see. I see you weren't planning to close, after all. My neck hurts just thinking about it. Fluffy heretic chef. I mean, Dr. Iwamine. Your dark fantasy affectations end now. You've noticed too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here for too long, we'll enter a persistent vegetative state. What? You mean he already knows? Tasaka, you just accused him of knowing. I read a report on a similar phenomenon where a number of people shared a dream a few years ago now. I suspect we are under the effects of something not unlike mass hypnosis caused by the eclipse. If that is not the case, you should not be here. Oh, come on, Shu. You know you dream about murdering me all the time. Well, at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor. No, thank you. Rejected at the speed of light. Are you more comfortable here then? Who knows? I haven't even been here for half a day. And yet you've murdered so many people! I haven't quite decided yet. But didn't you say yourself that you're one of those sad people who only loves research, Doctor? Your brains will rot and drip out your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with its happy-go-lucky king. It is, as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. The term vegetative is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so? You did say that our brains were disconnected from our bodies, so I guess so? To cast away all functions but conscious thought. What a pure state of being. It fascinates me. Okay, take a drink, Ashlyn. Of all of the voices, shoes definitely hurts the most. Ouch. But do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Yes, he made that clear. Since when were you the dreamy type? Ouch. Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming than while waking. But there isn't anything here to use for your favourite diabolical experiments. If you come back, you might get to kill Yuria. I'm not sure why Ash is trying so hard to convince him. I think we either all make it out, or none of us make it out. No, we cannot be so sure about that. The king of this star seems to have absorbed all the knowledge and experiences of all who have washed ashore here, and blended them into a being capable of conscious action, after all. You've lost me. To put it another way, the birds on this star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. Sure, sweetie, you can't go back and live a happy fantasy life with Ryuji even though he's here. This star is practically overflowing with material for study. Have no worries there. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day, after all. Since I have the chance to experience it, I want to stay and take advantage of it. Are you really sure about that, sir? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you will never be able to announce it to the world. I seek knowledge, and knowledge alone. I am not doing this for someone else's sake, except my dead husband, or for some earthly goal. Apropos of nothing else, I love fat birds with no necks, right? He's the absolute cutest bird. Okay guys, I have to share this with you. I was talking with Jess, Choco or Listenel, you guys have seen her pop up, about, like, I talked her into playing Hatoful so she could catch up on everything that she missed before we went into more Holiday Star, and she played the demo ages ago, back when that was available for free. It might still be, but she went with Shu's route first because he looked the least threatening. He is brightly coloured as a warning. I needed to share that anecdote with you guys. Given the chance to engage in unadulterated thought without outside disturbance, I am happy to accept it. Go on ahead. Oh no! Maybe he is staying. I mean, he can't stay because the rest of the game happens. We have nothing more to talk about. The shell cracked. Well, it did crack, but it looks a little subpar. Those cracks must be from Miru and Kaku. Probably. We don't have much time, so we'll go rescue the others. Please reconsider while we're gone, Doctor. Your husband is out there, I promise. And you have to fulfill his dying son's wish. Well, we shall see. The stained glass, a wing, chains, and an axe. Oh, that's a cleaver. That is definitely a cleaver. Wait, no, maybe that is an axe. This is no time for fluffetic. I do hope he decides to help us. The infirmary would be awfully lonely without the murderous Fluffetic around. I guess that's his new nickname now. Miss Tasaka. Yes? We've got company. Is it Yuya? No. 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 I think I can save over the one with San. We'll do that. Maybe that was a scalpel? Oh, maybe. Greetings, travelers. Jeez, we've already decided to go home. No one likes a host who tries to lock you in their house and make you stay forever. In fact, that's actually literally a crime. How many of these vague see-through citizens are there anyway? You all should try talking to the king too. Only a tyrant would try to stop visitors from leaving, right? Have you all been here with that king forever? No, we haven't. We are the same as you. So you came from the outside? You must have been the same. We were very afraid and we came here. Afraid? Nageki and I had a nice time coming here on a comfortable train with a friendly conductor. I don't remember being afraid of anything. If you came from outside, you have homes to return to, right? Why are you staying here? Because we don't have to worry about anything. Because there's nothing scary here. Except for you! The king said, the king is all, and all are the king. They're dead, Ash. Soon you guess from away will be the king too. All are the king. So there is nothing scary here. Everyone is together. Let's be together. The king is waiting on his royal throne. But the king... The king glances nervously at Negeki. The king does not want to be friends with that mourning dove. You don't have to come. That's not very nice of you. The king commanded you shall stay away. Welp. The kings fade into the darkness, leaving their selfish command behind. Wow, Negeki. From the look on his face, I bet the king is changing his royal underwear right about now. He's a bit of a crybaby. Come on, Shu, hurry up and commit regicide. We're all counting on you. That's a worrying sentence. I don't think scaring him is very hard. I do wonder about it, though. Why was he so afraid of Negeki? The migrant said something about that too. Maybe you're the king's natural enemy? Let's hope so. And those vague citizens turned into the king and disappeared. If what they said is true, perhaps everyone who stays here ends up turning into the king. That's a bit much! What is this, a horror movie? Well, you said it, protagonist, not me. I'm just here screaming internally, constantly, for the rest of my life. At least it sounds like he's waiting for us. We've got to go find the others and then teach him a thing or two about international travel laws. Will Tasaka have to choose between her boyfriends or her parents? I think her parents are already out of the way. Not that much variety in the decor here. I must say, I'm getting a little sick of it. Wonder how things are going on the roof. I can probably trust Mr. Leone, rather, to keep my body from spontaneously combusting or anything like that. Yuria, how would he prevent spontaneous combustion? He could help abate it, but I don't think he can stop your cells from igniting. That artistic scientist fellow's probably cleared the clouds away, but the king of this place blocked the moonlight. A search and rescue mission in a zone of total surrealism, huh? This is new, even to me. Oh boy. Well, this has to be Sakuya, right? Like, there's absolutely zero way Yuya did not go after his brother. The decorated picture book. Yup, it's Sakuya. Is Yuya gonna seduce the king? Logical framework, stop ruining the mood of Sakuya's angsty backstory. Once, there was a beautiful piano. The piano was decorated with gemstones in all the colours of the rainbow. Oh, how it sparkled and glittered. Everyone told it was beautiful. What a beautiful piano. No one had ever seen such a wonderful piano before. The piano's owner was very pleased, and decorated the piano even more. Everyone in all the land praised the piano's beauty. No one from anywhere wanted to hear its voice. What? Oh, okay. But the gemstones were heavy. So heavy. And one day they crushed the piano flat. Sakuya, honey. Poor piano. Poor piano. What is this trash? Is there no limit to its vulgarity? Okay, you'll stop ruining the mood. Is Yuya gonna seduce Sakuya? I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, yes. The composition is poor, the story juvenile, and the art messy. I open the door to find a fantail angrily beating a book on the floor. Sakuya, sweetie. Salutations, Sakuya. I'm glad to see you're still yourself. What? Is there no getting rid of you? What now? The tea party's already over. Is it? That's too bad. I was really looking forward to drinking some of your tea, too. I wouldn't have given you anything, even if you had showed up on time. Don't get full of yourself, mongrel. My heart. Sakuya, sweetie. I'll be expecting an invitation card next time, too. Sakuya sticks his beak in the air and coos irritatedly. By the way, what were you reading just now? I pick up the book which Sakuya had thrown on the floor. I haven't the slightest. Do you remember where you found it? Do not treat me like a child. The king gave it to me. The word salutations will always be read in my head in Ash's Yuya voice. Good. Every time you get a professional email with the sign-off salutations, I hope you imagine that person flirting with you. I do not mean to insult a gift of royalty, but you're better royalty anyway, Sakuya. That thing is amazing. It is like the scribbles of a deranged child. I'm going to bet that line is heartbreaking in retrospect. A picture book, huh? So this is a little flirtation from the king. Or rather, an invitation to stay here. I suppose it's meant to paint reality in a poor light to flatter the world of dreams. Alas, its message appears to have been lost on Sakuya. I love my birb son, but he is not very bright. My birb son Yuya is very bright, he's managed to put all this together. My birb son Sakuya, sweetie, it's okay. Just head out of there with Yuya. It'll be fine. Something is wrong with someone who dresses a musical instrument up like a Christmas tree. I agree. Sakuya, sweetie, you need to really think about that. Instruments come with their own beauty already built in. Gaudiness is hardly the deciding factor in an instrument's value. Indeed, an instrument covered in sparkly gewgaws to impress uncultured fools is the epitome of crassness. Decorating an instrument to the detriment of its tone is absurd. Ludicrous. If the author of this drivel was here now, I would sit him down and lecture him for 3 days without a break. He continues on, angrily expounding the qualities of musical timbre. I wonder if he realizes just how much he cares about music. As his brother. Okay, Yuya. You don't get to say as his brother. And also the things you have said to him over the short time we have known the both of you. As his brother, I can only hope to see the magnificent blooming of that enthusiasm one day, in the real world. Very true. Visual flair is hardly what an instrument is there for. The piano in here should have used his voice to let everyone know that before he got crushed. And also go on to talk about his magnificent blooming in one breath. Yeah. Oh, you care so much. I just want to hug my monitor, because I can't hug my burb sons. I wasn't created to be decorated. Let me sing. Something like that. Why are you smirking like that? What a distasteful cretin you are. I love how thick-headed you are, Sakuya. It'll save me a lot of trouble. What is this? Do you mock me? That wasn't even mocking, Sakuya. It was just insulting you to your face. And also kind of flirting because it's Yuya. No, quite the opposite. That was praise. I doubt it. Your ridiculous facial expression is proof of your deceit. Forgive me, I was born with it. Or maybe it's Maybelline. What am I to do? Now then. I can't spend too much time here. I doubt whoever I run into next will be as easy as you after all. Yuya Sakazaki, your phrasing really needs work, and it always seems to be around your brother that it needs work. It's just... I knew you didn't wander here by chance. Tell me what is happening. You're always good at keeping things moving. Thanks, Sakuya. What? You do not jest? It's hard to believe, but unfortunately it's true. You and I are hooked together with a whole pile of electrical wires right now. Oh boy. You can! Without my permission? You weren't exactly being responsive. And it's an emergency anyway. Easier to ask forgiveness than approval, right? Yuya, do not apply these principles towards seducing your brother. Ugh! Now then, Sakuya. Will you spend eternity having tea here with that cheerful, artistically challenged king? Inconceivable! I will not stand for it! Well, that went well. I like to imagine every line Yuya says is accompanied by an eyebrow waggle. I really wish I could make my face cam work, because it is. Just who do you think I am? I am Shirogane Sakuya LaBelle. It is completely out of the question. I demand to see the man responsible for this idiocy at once. I shall have recompense for his gross discourtesy towards me. This is how you do it, aristocracy. Sakuya runs off into the darkness, an aura of unusual proactivity about him. No one gets the better of my little brother. Now then, who's next? The black and white picture book. Oh, okay, it's gotten dark while I'm streaming. Give me 2 seconds and I will turn on a light. That was alarmingly metaphorical and I did not intend it to be. I'm pretty sure literally everyone gets the better of your little brother. Now it's time for heartbreak? Yay! Well, let's get stuck into it. The black and white picture book. Once upon a time, there lived a white dove and a black dove. The white dove loved the sunflower. The black dove loved the sunflower too. What a beautiful sunflower it was. It was as warm and bright as the sun itself. The sunflower would go out and play with the doves all day long. But one day, the sunflower made friends with a star. And after that, the sunflower always went out at night. Without the sunflower as bright as the sun to light them, the days became dark. The white dove knew how nice the night star was, and became sad, and more sad, and cried. The black dove thought the night star should turn into a shooting star and go disappear somewhere far away. Things would be better then. But in the end, both doves froze in the darkness and died. Poor doves. Poor doves. This one's just as bad as the last one. Not my style at all. Okay, well that ended poorly for everyone involved. What did you think of it, Kawara Ryota? Excuse me! I really wasn't expecting Ryota. Oh, Ryota, sweetie. The king said, "You have done nothing wrong. You were the one who found the treasure first." That doesn't mean anything. How I feel doesn't matter. Looks like he's more interested in talking to the king than to me. I guess I'm still just not charming enough. The king said that mourning dove is a bad, bad bird. Oh no! He's being sucked in by his jealousy of Nanaki because we dated Lyburby! Nageki! Ryota, honey! You are a better person than this, and I will ship you with Yuya if that's what it takes to get you out of here. That mourning dove wants to steal something precious from the king. And from you. You must know already that that mourning dove is an evil, evil demon. Nageki is a ghost, but he's not evil. I guess he can be scary if you make a mess of the library books, but... The king said, but you are very afraid of him. Are you not? Because you can tell that your greatest treasure will be taken far, far away. If you join the king, you will not be afraid of anything anymore. The evil demon will be gone then. The king is waiting for you. After a lot of smarmy babbling, the king disappears. When did Ryota find out he's a ghost? He already knew when we went up on the roof, I'm pretty sure. Yuya / the world is OTP, that Enshu Ryuji. Look. You can't not call it Rishuji. I'm not entirely comfortable with referring to Ash as Ryota's greatest treasure. I don't think Ryota's entirely comfortable with it either, which is interesting. Like, he obviously cares for her a great deal, but he's like, are you okay there? That's weird. That's really weird. Salutations, oh troubled young pigeon. Mind if I join you for a bit? Oh, Yuya. So you've ended up here too. I thought it was just us. Well, I wasn't exactly invited. You know how it is. I'm here to rescue you all. Blah 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 blah. Please decide to bust out of here and come home with me as soon as possible. I'm really liking this side of Yuya. I see. So we're all in the same dream after all. So it's not just something I'm imagining all by myself. By all indications, yes. The king there is the host and creator of this charade, and you're all guests. and I'm crashing the party. I like all sides of Yuya, he has no bad sides. This is entirely true and fair. Everyone dreaming the same dream beneath the starry night sky. Very romantic. So, are you still caught up in this dream? I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. It's very painful. And when I wake up, it might just end up even more painful. From what little I saw of the king's solicitations, I can guess pretty easily what he means. And I am a bit of a specialist in that area. That is putting it mildly, Yuya. You know by now what it is that's causing you pain, right? I can't believe we broke our childhood bird friend's heart. At least we didn't kill him. Like, on the scale of bad things we've done to Ryota, we're not the worst yet. I haven't done. Talk to me, Ryota. I'm here for you and I can help you. What's bothering you? What are you afraid of? Once you've put it into words, you'll know exactly what you need to do. That's what I think, anyway. It's why I talk so much all the time. Seems reasonable, doesn't it? Okay, the fact that he has told nobody about Sakuya and Sakuya's situation, but he professes that talking all the time is what helps him. Heart, snap, ship it, yep, FedEx. At this rate you'll rot from the inside. Quite literally, at that. Be brave, Ryota. I'm afraid of Ash not being with me. Even in this dream. I always worry too much, and at first I thought this dream was just me being scared that someday she'll leave me behind. But I guess that's not it. The Ash I saw here is the real Ash. His eyes flicker about nervously. What he says is true. Even though this is a dream, Ash is acting of her own accord. Ash has been with me ever since we were children. We've been together so long, somewhere along the line, I started thinking it would stay like that forever. Ryota, sweetie! But it won't. It never would. It was all just my imagination. All of it. His eyes glisten with tears. Ah, how brightly his innocence shines to one as worldly and jaded as myself. Okay, I had to look this up for fic writing purposes. You are a year older than him. Shut your fucking face. He probably hasn't even realized that what he's feeling is love. I took it all for granted. I thought it would last forever. But that's not possible. I know Ash better than anyone. I know what she loves and what she hates. What she's good at and what she isn't. I know everything about her. But I don't anymore. Nageki. Nageki knows an Ash that I don't. Yeah, I don't know how accurate the age was, but at the same time, I'm assuming that that Sakuya stayed, like the eggs have that built-in lead time, so maybe Yuya was a bit older here? And not just in this dream. She spends more time in the library every day. If someday I stop being special to her, for that matter, maybe I just thought I was special to her. All this time to her I've been nothing but... Well. What a pickle. If I've been reading the signs right, Nageki and Ash aren't quite to the point where Ryota should be worrying. But his fears are going to get more and more likely by the day. I need to pick my words carefully. How can I coax this young man's heart back into the real world without breaking it? By saving. That is how. I'll just go with this one, I guess. Yep, good stuff. Persuasion to maximum. Yeah, Nageki barely agrees we're dating. Also, Nageki's still super dead. Oh, just kiss him, Yuya? Oh my gosh, please just kiss him. So this gives us an excellent window into what Ryota feels like in very nearly every single route in the original game. Yep! Accurate. Okay, anyway. Persuasion to maximum. Please kiss him. What is special? Or believe in Ash? I'm gonna go with believe in Ash. I have a save. It's okay if I fuck up. Believe in Ash, Ryota. You'll just jump. Yuya, this is not the path I hoped you would go down. I was hoping it would be believe in Ash no matter what she chooses. Yuya, please. You are awful at this and you should be fired. What do you mean? They aren't really a couple. I've had 1,000 loves. I could tell at a glance. I would like to think that, but he looks just as troubled as before. Shoot. That wasn't what was worrying him. What I'm trying to say is, you're clearly her favorite, Ryota. What do you know about Ash, Yuya? Do you think you understand every woman in the world just because you always skip class to go around town hitting on girls? That's a little harsh, isn't it? Wow! Not that I can exactly explain myself now. It would take too long. A casual here today, gone tomorrow bird like you can't even comprehend the depth of my relationship with Ash. We've been together forever. I know Ash better than anyone. And the same goes for her. She knows me better than anyone else in the entire world. Oh no, he turned into the king! We have always been one in two. And I won't let that end now. Well, at least we'll find out what happens when you fuck up. His Royal Highness, the King. There is no way back to your old home. Your home is the Holiday Star now. Everyone's home is the Holiday Star. Welcome, my new friends, my new kings. Game, you better not have frozen. Happily ever after. Yuya, you failed your seduction roll. This is how bad I am at dating. I failed to date someone as Yuya. Yep. Well, let's load that save. Was it the middle one? I feel like it was the middle one. Yep, here we go. Persuasion to maximum. What is special? What exactly do you mean by special? Something irreplaceable? I don't really understand myself. But at the very least, to me, Ash is Ash, and no one can ever take her place. So that's it. What were you ever afraid of then? Yeah, this is what I was hoping Yuya would say with the other route. Trust in Ash, and that Ash will always be Ash, and... okay. No one can ever be replaced, Ryota. You will never stop being special to Ash in that respect. It's as simple as that. You don't think I'm trying to fool you or anything, do you? That's true, I guess, but that's not it. I'm scared that I just won't be with her as much any... Of course not. You can't stay children forever. Feel like writing me off as a heartless bastard yet? But ignoring me won't change anything. Time will pass, and places will change. The first flowers in spring, a shooting star in the rainbow right after a storm. All beautiful, and none can be captured and held forever. No matter how fair the flower, it will rot and fall to pieces if you never let it go. But he's a hot, heartless bastard? Yeah. Yeah. But memories will never hurt you. The flower withers, the star falls, and the rainbow fades away. But you will always remember their beauty. You telling me to go on alone? With nothing but my memories? That's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is, don't let your fears for tomorrow cloud the memories you're making today. That's too abstract for me. I don't think I understand. How long is he going to keep floundering around? I'll have to be a little more clear. Kiss him! Maybe you'll be an unrequited lover, or maybe you'll live and have a family with Ash, or maybe you'll go your own separate ways. But whatever happens, all the time you've spent with her, all the joy you've had, will still be yours. That just makes it even worse. How could I live without the sun now that I'm so used to its warmth and light? I'm scared, Yuya. I don't want to see everything I know collapse around me. This is pretty bad. I'd been taking him for a quiet metrosexual, but maybe he's really into the whole total monopolization thing. And as far as I can tell, Miss Ash herself hasn't got the slightest idea all this is going on. What a sinfully negligent lady. Everything changes, Ryota. Time is like that, inconvenient and rude to everyone. Even if you stand still, everything else will leave you behind. No matter how hard you try to prevent change, it will still come. The world and your friends will still change. If what you really want is undisturbed peace for the rest of your days, you'll have to cut all your ties, leave everyone behind, and become a hermit in the mountains. No! I don't want that. I didn't think you did. Are you planning to ask someone else to stay with you then? That wouldn't be right. I couldn't ask for something like that, it would be too selfish. So you think it would be selfish? Are you wishing someone would do that for you? Just a little bit, deep inside. I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe you aren't. Right. Aren't you afraid, Yuya? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead. Doesn't that scare you? And there are things that scare even me, yes. Even a hero of justice has his weaknesses. What's waiting for me at the other end of this night? The best day of my life? Or the very worst? No one knows. And that's why. That's why all we who cannot see tomorrow can do is put on our bravest smiles and march boldly into the new day. Isn't that called bluffing? I suppose it is. All this time I've just been trying to look cool so no one will ever... I started laughing and lost track of the sentence. Yuya, your life philosophy is alarmingly workable for how horrible it is. All this time I've just been trying to look cool so no one will realize what's going on inside. But what's wrong with putting on a little show? I have a question for you. There are only two choices. We're running a little low on time, you see. Kawara Ryota. What do you want to do? You could accept the king's invitation and stay here. Nageki would be removed. You would spend eternity celebrating the endless holiday with Ash. And tomorrow would never come. Nothing would change, and nothing would hurt you ever again. Game, what are you doing? Or you could refuse the king's invitation and return to the real world. Your relationship with Ash will change sooner or later, for better or worse. And a new day will come. Now choose. I won't try to force you either way. You alone can decide what your salvation will be. And in any case, it won't do us any good unless he decides to break free himself. Now then, if I remember Nageki's map right, I should be near the throne room. Did I miss something? Come on, computer. But something's bothering me. I've been looking as hard as I can, but I still haven't found it. Oh, did it cut back to Ash? Okay, that makes sense. Well, you got the sexy Yuya voice anyway. And there was another star below and to the right of the room where we started. Someone else must be here. I went to the right. If that map is correct, there should be a route to that star here somewhere. But where? We don't have to worry about getting lost, but this corridor is way too long. It is connecting two stars. There really isn't any way it could not be long. Stop pointing out how futile my complaints are. We're almost there anyway. Beyond that should be the king's chamber. Nageki stares at the extravagant door at the end of the hallway and nods. Alright, let's get in there with a bang, take out the king with a clang, and knock down the lighthouse with a crash. This relationship is so doomed. I think you mean every relationship is so doomed. Looks like you two cleared your half just fine. Yuya! We went through 2 rooms. We talked to Oko-san, Miru and Kaku. and Dr. Iwamine. And we made lots of cracks in the shell. Though I still don't think the doctor is really with us. 2 rooms after all. Yup. Just like on the map. I didn't take any shortcuts, but I've only been through 2 rooms as well. So, I'm afraid I have to go back, mon ami. But we're just a few steps from the king! We're still 1 short. I must have missed the room somewhere. No doubt it's the quail. I'll go find the last room as quickly as I can. My mission here is to get everyone out alive after all. And your status as a hero of justice does give you a better chance at spot checks than either of us. Even after you failed your seduction roll. Yuya will finish his search and rescue, I'll clobber some sense into the king, and Nageki will destroy the lighthouse. It's the perfect plan. Try not to hurt him too badly, Mr. Saka. Take Nageki with you, Yuya? Yeah. Break my heart! Break my heart! He started it. I was hoping to enjoy our reunion a little more, but we'll have plenty of time for that after we wake up. The king isn't going to be like anything you've fought before, mon ami, and he certainly won't be eager to let you pass. But we're low on time. This is the best way. Don't worry, Yuya. Nothing can stand before Nageki and me. Ours is a march of destruction, and no tender grasses sprout in the charred trail we leave. Speak for yourself. Mr. Sakazaki, Hitori is blind, and if he's alone he may be scared. Please help him. No! Of course. Leave it to me. Back to the mission then. Adieu. And as for us, into the Hall of the King. Yep, good. All in order. Coming through! Stormtrooper Captain Ash has arrived. You invited us here and we have come. We want to talk. His Royal Highness, the King. Hello, I am the King. You rotten royal rapscallion! Your silly fanfare and informal greeting won't help you now. The King asked, why do you look so angry? The King is scared. The King does not understand. The King does not understand. The King does not understand and thinks he might cry. Your Majesty, we didn't come here to make you cry. Please listen to what we have to say. You won't get anywhere talking to him, Nageki. He belongs in a mental institution. Harsh. He hasn't listened to anything we've said so far anyway. Come on, let's beat him up already. Oh dear. Oh dear, we made him angry. Miss Tasaka, please. Nageki glares at me. I guess he's right. Our opponent is the undead lord of a dead kingdom. Maybe if we talk for a bit we'll find out something useful? Who are you? The king is the king. I know that, and it's not what I'm asking. The migrant said that this is a place where the souls of the dead wash up. The souls of the dead who have gone astray, that is. Ash has felt unfulfilled since she punched that tank. Look, I have one purpose in life. It's hard to fulfill. He said that this false star grows by attracting those souls with its light. Were you the one who created this star? If you did, why? Why do you try to trap more people here? Because it is safe here. Safe? This place is fake! It's a sham! This place is the danger! I don't think the king is evil. Sometimes he doesn't seem like anything but evil. No. The king just thinks a little differently than we do. He's doing all this because he thinks he's helping people. Isn't that right? Of course. The king always acts with the good of his people at heart. His idea of what's good is too far away from ours, Nageki. That may be true, but I still want to figure out his motives. It's not very likely, but if we can persuade him without using force, we should. Tell me, Your Majesty, where did you come from? Very alarmedly saving a lot. What voice do I use here? We just don't know. It was already dark out when I awoke. What time is it? It must be past 6. I feel like I had a report due today. Which one was it? Classics? Or maybe German Lit? Whatever. I gave up on both of them ages ago. I don't want to go out. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I took the gap year? Or when I settled for a safety school? No. It must have been a long time before that. The days go by and I do nothing. I wrap myself up in blankets and never go outside. I hate myself and I hate myself, and night is here. I sleep until morning, sleep until noon, doze through the evening, and wake up at night. Okay, this is getting alarmingly too real. At first, I would write every day. Not quite a journal and not quite poetry, but writing. I didn't hate writing, but one day even that was too much trouble. My life was always boring. I never had friends. Nothing good ever happened to me. Whenever I would go outside, everybody else would sneer and laugh at me. The world turned its thorny, unkind back on me. I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm trash. I've never really taken care of myself. I'd be useless at work if I had a job. I have no redeeming qualities. I think I would be better off dead. My bed is a cocoon protecting me. I want to go back to the shell I hatched from. I want to go back to when I was a yolk floating around in an egg so I can rot and die before I hatch. I want to die. I want to die. The game keeps freezing up, but I don't think it's my computer. Come on, Hatoful. Work again, please. In the meantime, I'll drink. And immediately, as soon as I decided to take a drink, that was when it started working again. Good stuff. I want to die. I can't take this anymore. Why do I have to live and study and work? Why do I have to deal with other people? Working hard has never gotten me anything. Birds had it so much better decades ago. They were born, ate, flew, slept, and never had to think about any of this. I want to die. I want to die. But I don't have the courage. I don't like pain. I don't want to suffer. Someone help me. And just when it was the most painful, when I had sunk so deep into my depression that I could sink no further, the gods heard my wish and granted it. A friend. My only friend. I don't know who this bird is, but I want to hug this bird. And maybe put this bird on antidepressants. I was useless to myself and everyone else, but the gods still show kindness to me. Your plumage is so nice. It's bright and cheerful, unlike mine. So this is Shu or Ryuji, I'm pretty sure. I have my doubts on this line. I think I know who it is, but for once I'm not going to call it because I want to see what you guys... And it wasn't just our coloration. He was my opposite in every way. He was earnest and smart. He didn't mumble when he talked. But despite all that, he understood me more than anyone else in the world. It must be hard for you. I know how it feels. It's painful. Right, but why is Ryu here and not getting kinged? We know why everyone else is here. He also just showed up like us. Oh, okay, that is a good argument. Okay. We had a chrysalis metaphor for Shu already. Okay. Well, let's just keep going. See who it is. It's not your fault. Society is always telling us to do this, do that. It's like we're held at gunpoint. I hate it all too. Just like you, right? He alone understood me, and I alone understood him. We were alone, the two of us in the world. The time we had together was the warmest and sweetest of my life. If only it would go on forever. And one day he said to me, let's make it go on forever. Come on, let's die together. It won't be scary if we're together. Are you serious? Of course I am. I've never lied to you, have I? He was kind to me, right until the end. One night he came home with a bag full of medicine. Medicine to wash us away without pain forever. Let's go somewhere far away. Somewhere where we're completely alone. Just the two of us. Where no one can bother us and no one will find us. We left on our final journey and we took the medicine. I'm getting tired. I feel so peaceful holding your wing like this. We should have done this a long time ago. My pulse and breathing are dropping steadily. We're almost to the end. Yes. Just us. At the end of the world. I kinda just jumped to whatever was the most awful option. Yeah. I continue to have my suspicions about how awful this is. Time to say goodbye to this awful world. Together. I guess you're right. I was thinking it was about time I said goodbye to you. He softly stands up. His warm wing leaves mine. He steps calmly away. He reaches into my bag. He takes out the key to room 701, my wallet, my ID. What? I reach out. I can't move. Goodbye. This is as far as I take you. But you said you'd leave this awful world behind with me. Yes. What an awful world it is. But I still have things I need to do in it. No, I don't. I don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't. It's too late for that now. How many times have you told me you want to die? You never really wanted to die, but you had to. People like you are just a bother, hanging around complaining and getting in the way. What an awful world. It wasn't my fault. Well, the game froze again, so let me catch up on chat. Is this the real Kazuaki Nanaki? Yeah, that was my suspicion. I think... I mean, remember how we had all of the questions in the first game about, so did he just make up this identity? I think we find this out now. I think this is it. Why do you have to kill me? Come on, please, this isn't right. You're right, I never really did want to die. It wasn't me, it was... Society did this to me. It wasn't me, it was everyone around me. Society, you say. Help me, please. Call an ambulance. Come on, please. They won't come. This is the end of the world and it belongs to you and me alone. I don't want to die. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't. Why are you doing this to me? You wished for death, and I helped you to it. That's all there is to say. Oh, please try to not throw up. It will just hurt you more. Someone help me. The King's Picture Book. Once there was a poor little quail. One day the quail was tricked by a bad bird and killed. The quail was put onto the train through the night sky along with all the other birds who had died. Where is the train going? There must be a terrible place at the end of the line. The quail was so scared and so afraid, it thought its little heart would burst. But the train stopped for a little while. Apparently even galactic trains have to wait for signals. The quail was too scared to stay on the train, so it jumped off. There was a dark, dark room there. There was nothing in it but a chair and a little candle. There was no one else there. The quail sat on the chair and cried. Why did this happen? It was betrayed by its friend and forced onto a strange train. What would happen next? The quail thought and thought and made a station. Maybe if there's a station, someone will come by to play. The quail made a station and lit the candle and waited. Time passed and birds came. The dark room became a beautiful kingdom. The candle became a grand lighthouse. The chair became a royal throne. And the quail became the king. Those who come to the kingdom become one with the king. The king is all, and all are the king. No one is hurt and no one has any sad thoughts. The birds of the holiday star lived happily. So the plot of this entire thing is somebody trying to beat depression. That hurts a little inside. Happily ever after. How nice. How very nice. Happiness is here. Happiness and nothing else. Well! Yeah, that's a bit more real than the rest of the traumas in this game. God, reading the monologue was just... ouch. The king thought, if everyone is one, none will be afraid. So, little by little, the king absorbed everyone on the holiday star. And now we are one. That line was very dramatic, but at the same time it didn't really work with an Australian, because we are one, but we are many. And from all the lands we come, we sing with one voice. Anyway. I don't feel like I understand you at all, even after that huge monologue. He's lonely, so he wants friends. But he doesn't want his friends to quarrel, so he absorbs them all. You're quite a storyteller, Your Highness, to use a few hundred lines to express what I just did in 3. Sass him, Nageki. In other words, this whole place is basically a cult of loneliness and crazy peer pressure. What's good about having everyone together, Mr. King? No one gets to play their own part. If Oko-san were here, he'd say something like, everyone is different and everyone is good, Mr. King. And then he'd slap you. Even now that you're the king, you're still just a small, frightened quail. You ran and hid in your shell, and now you're safe in your own private kingdom. Nageki, I hope you realize that you're dealing with your brother's murder victim. I don't think he does. I suppose you are right. If everyone is one, no one gets hurt. But there's no one on this fake star but you, Your Majesty. As long as you stay here, you'll be alone. The king said it's not the king's fault. Let's all promise to never ever tell him ever. I don't think we have that option. The king was not the only one who wished for this. All who came here accepted it gladly. Even the ones like you, who were angry at first. In 2 days, you will be the king's best friends. You are the ones who are wrong. It is you who are wrong. You're not right. Oh my god. Oh my god. The king, and that king, and this king, and all these kings are so happy. But you want to hurt the king, and this king, and that king. Everyone has to be good on this star. If we are not one, then someone will surely hurt someone else. I guess you're not wrong. The king said, "Let us become happy together." The art in these last 2 chapters are gorgeous. Yes. I'm assuming this is Yuya. I've rechecked everywhere I went, but I haven't seen any other doors. It's one hallway from start to finish. Looks like this path must be hidden too well for the naked eye to see. The last room should be where I'll find Professor Nanaki. Oh wait, didn't Nash say he was Hitori, nay Nemo, in this world? Anyway, there should be a quail here somewhere, but he's been singled out for poor treatment. Did you really have to hide him away like this, Your Majesty? A voice echoes faintly in the dark corridor. One of the king's underlings? I don't see it anywhere. JB, do you... Zaki, you... Leona? I can stay connected for very long. Listen up. The teacher here, Nanaki Kazuaki, is starting to show abnormal brain activity. He's probably falling into a coma. I'm trying to find him right now, but it looks like the man behind all this has hidden him somewhere. I thought as much. Nanaki's brain activity is dropping. He may not be able to regain consciousness. Meaning, he alone is proceeding more rapidly into the disconnect of mind and body. Unfortunately. I'm going to administer psychotropics to you and Nanaki in 60 seconds. In small amounts. It will look brilliant if you failed the mission because I overdosed you. So, my job is to concentrate and find the professor while the high lasts. Exactly. You should have about 2 minutes. Good luck. Oh shit. The original broken words are Nanaki talking to Hitori. Oh. Well, there goes my heart. Leone fades away like a puff of smoke. This isn't the first solo search and rescue I've had to do, but all the same. It is reassuring to see that unshakable cockatiel's face, even for just a minute. It's almost time. If the planisphere was right, the path down to the last star should be between Sakuya and Ryota's rooms. God, why is it always failed romances that drive all the bad of these games? Deep, meaningful relationships that weren't what one person wanted them to be? Sign me the fuck up. Just fuck me up. That magnificent artist did get rid of the clouds for us. It would be a waste if we didn't let any of the nice moonlight in here. The boost should last 2 minutes. At least the area is pretty small. Let's hope that king can't beat me at my own game. So, the officers are just as willing to use illegal substances as the ground operatives. I can't believe it. There's something very wrong with the Dove Party. We are like cogwheels. We serve as parts of a machine far larger and more important than ourselves. You should know it as well as I do. Unfortunately, I cannot even begin to comprehend such grovelling ideas. I am not here for the system. The system is here for me. Anyway, I administered the amounts you said to your underling and the quail there. Thanks. And now all we can do is brightly and massively prevent the victims' bodies from losing too much heat, and wait to see how everything turns out. Tori, you kidnapped Otaku, you have no moral high ground? Yeah. The drugs acting on my physical body are having more of an effect on my dream consciousness than I had expected. Every sensation deepens and expands. Every sensation. If only I could enter this state at will. Oh, we found a crack. I can see a crack in the wall. I hadn't noticed it before, but light is seeping through. That must be the light from a bird's soul, like the migrant was talking about. The wall should be fragile here. This is just like Sakuya's tea party. Break it open and be on my way. We can't let you do that, traveler. I'm sorry, Dave. You were not even invited here. Please, stop doing such terrible things. Well, hello there, yokels. What's with the long faces? I'm just here to pick up a friend. He's gotten stuck in here by mistake, you see. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Mind letting me by? Why do you do such terrible things? You must not open this until everyone is won. No room for negotiation, then? I was hoping this would go more smoothly, but... oh well. If you don't move, I'm going to make you. That's mean! The king is scared of birds like you. The king asked, "Are you trying to break another egg?" Low blow, buddy. The citizens, who appear to have morphed into the king, address me accusingly. What a mean thing to do. You break eggs and you think nothing of it. So many. So many. So many eggs. I wonder what the children inside were like. Those lives that couldn't live. Poor, poor eggs. Don't you feel sorry for them? The king knows. The king knows that long ago you broke an egg out of your own selfishness. Okay, so let's make a list of birbs who aren't killers. Yep, thank you. Please continue. I need this list for reasons. Heartbreak reasons. Sakuya, Oko-san, Ash, sort of. Ash is not a birb, and therefore is not a birb who is a killer. Oh. So this is how the king fights back. I don't know how he figured out my secret, but in any case, it's a very precise attack. The king himself is on his throne. The citizens should just be small parts of the whole, but maybe they share his consciousness and abilities. This is my job. I'm here to rescue everyone from the school. You've trapped one inside this wall, so I'm breaking this wall. Any questions? That poor chick who could never hatch. Please, try not to get distracted. My past has nothing to do with the fact that you're in my way. You poor, poor bird. The king thought you should not have to suffer anymore. In a stunning turn of events, someone is trying to seduce Yuya. I'm gonna save before we see how this pans out. Suddenly the king is carrying eggs and dropping them at my feet. Before I know it, there's nowhere left to stand but on the broken eggs. The king said the king can lift the burden from your shoulders. The king can take away your pain. So come, become one with the king. How much does he know? He's aware of the guilt I've carried with me ever since I broke my brother's egg anyway. but he seems to have misunderstood. Thanks, but no thanks. You're asking me to hand my guilt over to some complete stranger? Please tell me you're joking. Oh? The king said, "Do you like pain?" The king does not understand. Yeah, I didn't think you would. I don't think you ever will. Like you said, I dirtied my hands with a crime and I can never take it back. A life lost will never return. The past does not change. The least I can do is remember. I will always carry this with me. Yuya, you are not helping the fact that you are so my bird son. Yuya hard-boiled? Too soon. This pain is mine, and you can't have it. You know well what it means to suffer, but if you break the king's egg, you will only suffer more. Suffering, indeed. I don't think you'll understand. This pain is part of me. Your egg is already rotten. Isn't it a little much for you to ask me to accept your sympathy? Did we just shoot the king? The king's shadow disappears like morning fog in the sun. I can see the stairway to the bottom of the maze. A friendly and considerate man. I imagine an eternity spent with him would be full of happy days. My sentimentality is dying down, in contrast with the high from the drugs in my bloodstream. Well, okay, if that worked. Picture book. Oh, well, this is interestingly broken. Just like our favourite math teacher. It's definitely not resolving in any way. Oh god, he's been talking about feeling while stoned as fuck. My pigeon son! Oh my god. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. This is very violent. I'm terrified. You lied to me. This picture book is not for children? This picture book isn't for me. Oh my god. Well, everything is lava? The others weren't exactly masterpieces, but I think this one goes in a class of its own. Professor Nanaki. I mean, Hitori. I'm here to take you home. You'll get moldy if you sit around dozing in here. His face. His face is very alarming. Oh, hello. Looks like he's still alive. Do you mind if I tell you something? I feel very strange. And I was sleeping just fine up until a few minutes ago. You woke up all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. I woke up. So he really doesn't have eyes. I hope this doesn't have anything to do with his actual body. But now I'm starting to get sleepy again. Please, stay awake. I need your help to break this egg, Hattori. I'm very, very sleepy. And the king did tell me I could nap for as long as I liked in here. You should not be trusting the king, buddy. It's a beautiful night outside. Humans are singing. Flowers are blooming. On days like these, birds like you should be burning in hell. Very nice reference. I appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with naps, but if you sleep right now, you'll never wake up. Really? That would be bad. I don't know your full actual name because I've forgotten it, but here we are. Kazuaki Elizabeth Nanaki, now is not the time. Don't sleep. Come on, let's get out of here. The drugs must be wearing off. This guy is quite something. Not everybody can doze off in their sleep. I think I would rather stay here and sleep, so please. He steps unsteadily forward, his wings stretched out in front. Hattori Elizabeth Uzune! Don't call Kazuaki Nanaki? Yeah, that's not a good... That would be a bad time indeed. Is he looking for me? I'm right here. There you go. Oh, yes, thank you. He smiles happily, feels for my neck, and... closes his wings around it. Hey, wait just a minute. Are you planning to strangle me? You noticed. Oopsie. Hattori, you could have done a better job of that. What do you mean, oopsie? I jump back reflexively. I've nearly been crushed while trying to rescue drowning swimmers, but I've never had a hostage try to strangle me before. I thought you were pretty calm. Sorry, did I scare you? Look, we're trying to do the pacifist run here. Hattori, please cooperate. I guess I have to flirt with him. That's usually how we get through the fight. I'm here to help. Come on, take a deep breath. After me. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. So it's not you. I feel like there's something I forgot to do. Even though I thought I already finished it a long time ago. But it wasn't you. Sorry. Did he mistake me for someone else? He looks gentle enough on the outside, but I think he's pretty messed up inside. Yuya, that is an understatement. It is possibly the first understatement we have heard you make. Did the king do something to you? I like how Yuya's the only one not using the capital letter for king. Oh no, Hattori's doing it too, okay. No, all the king did was close the door. Apparently I shouldn't go outside. Birds who might hurt people have to stay inside. He tried to eat Ryota's liver? No, he just tried to cut it out of Ryota. Eating it would have been a bad idea. Although, if he did try to eat it, it would be an interesting call to that myth of the guy chained to the rock who had his eyes and liver pecked out. That's pretty stupid. Nobody can live without hurting anyone else. Are you going to follow his orders just because he's the king, Hitori? The king is the most important person here, so apparently I have to. Think for yourself for a minute. Do you want to be dragged along with whatever he wants? He said I needed to be punished. Apparently I did something bad, and I think I know what it was. I wouldn't have expected it from the professor I know, but maybe he did something long ago that the king was able to drag up. You, your buddy, again, you don't know the half of it. Just like with me. I don't know what you did, but it won't go away if you stand here moping. Yes, I know that. Hitori. There are still a few things you have left to do in the real world, right? Hitori needs to be punished? Thank you. I like the cut of your jib. Yes, there are. I think so. In that case, let's get out of here, okay? A few things left to do. Oh, right. There is something I need to do. Is it murder? Is it continued murder? Let's get out of this dark hole then. Can't keep a lady waiting after all. But that would be hard. I ate my eyes, so I can't go anyway. I can't see anything. Don't worry. I'll guide you. And this rotten egg should have a few cracks from everyone now. And I don't want to leave Ash and Nageki in danger for long. Better hurry to the throne room. Meanwhile, Nageki and I are fighting for our lives with a physically revolting incarnation of the king. Thanks, Yuya. The king said, become one with us. No, thank you. It's no good. He isn't getting hurt at all. Yay, Omega Kazuaki. Yeah, this, again, is not a good time. I thought he'd die if we hit him enough, but I don't feel like we're doing any damage at all. If only I'd brought a halberd or something. Oh, wait. Perhaps this halberd that we have been carrying through 2 games might be useful. The salt is real. There's definitely something wrong if he's completely unfazed by your punches, Mr. Saka. It's not like they're doing nothing, though. He just recovers very quickly. When you really need Angel? Yes! Angel! He has not appeared, thus he must be yet to come. Who gave this chump a regen buff? What do we do, Nageki? Perhaps it would be best to wait for Mr. Sakazaki. Maybe so, but I'm getting awfully tired of the king's incessant invitations. This is not good etiquette. Couldn't I take him out if I bypassed his regeneration by throwing all my hunter-gatherer strength into a single attack? An attack known as saving the fucking game? There's always a chance, right? I should Go for it or play it safe? When has playing it safe ever gotten us anywhere? Say your prayers, Mr. King. I'll decide this in one blow. This was definitely the wrong decision. Were you listening to me, Mr. Saka? Don't worry, Nageki. If I can hit him, I can kill him. Come to me, O spirits of my proud step hunter ancestors. My blood burns with the flames of the sun. Grant me a single strike to split the crust of the earth itself. Secret technique. Burning amino shiki kick. I did it! He definitely felt that. Mr. Saka. Huh? My leg is stuck deep inside the king's chest? I can't get it out. Yup, this was definitely a bad decision. We are together now. Happily ever after. Right. I like how in the last game, the correct answer was hit everything you can, whereas in this game, it's don't. Just don't fucking do it. Do not. Violence is not the answer. We are definitely going to play it safe. Nageki's right. We probably can't get through with force alone. We'll have to buy time and wait for backup. Making cracks is a bad... Look out! Nageki, are you okay? Yes. Sorry. It's okay. The king has been targeting Nageki this whole time. Looks like maybe Nageki is his natural enemy, like the migrant said. I'm slowing you down, Mr. Saka. At least if we split up, I wouldn't be in your way. Don't worry about it. We need you to burn the lighthouse after all. I'll protect you, Nageki. That makes a line I wrote in a fanfic much, much sadder. Anyway, Mr. Saka. I got hit bad, boss. This king really is a nasty man, batting the heroine of a dating sim around like that. The king said... Not in all my days and travels as a hunter-gatherer have I fought a creature like this. But even so, I need to get Nageki past him somehow. Even if it means sacrificing myself. Hey! Wait! Nageki, what are you doing? Nageki, you better not be doing a dumb. While I was reeling on the floor from the last attack, Nageki got up and placed himself between me and the king. You're pushing yourself too hard, Mr. Saka. It won't be enough for me to go on alone. I will send you home safe, Mr. Saka. To reality. To the school. Because you have a future, Mr. Saka. Nageki, do not! Nageki should die in a fire. The king slowly draws closer to Nageki. He's gotten heavier, and he keeps sprouting more heads. There's no way Nageki could take a hit from him. Your Majesty, please don't hurt Mr. Saka anymore. You must not. You must not go. Nageki! Huh? The interfering Oko-san arrives coolly. Oko-san! Oko-san, dashing out of nowhere, sweeps Nageki up in his wings and skids into the corner, sparks flying from his claws. Yo! Yo! Team, bring the team together, get it done. I'm dizzy. You really are quite fast. What did you expect? Oko-san's legs are pure muscly gold. Oko-san, he runs and he runs, but he will never find anything. Spare us the foolishness. True pudding does exist somewhere in the world. Oko-san will run until he finds real pudding in the real world. Oko-san used body slam on the king. It's super effective. Wait, no! Fall in a different direction! I need to get out of the way, but my legs are still... Ash, grab my wing. What a careless lout you are. Hold on tight. Yes! The team! The squad! Ryota! Sakuya! Sorry we took so long, Ash. Are you okay? Never been better. You're practically in tatters. I expect better than this from my underlings. I'm not your underling, or your mercenary, or anything, Sakuya. But even if you go back, the world will only keep hurting you. You were right, sir. There are two birds in my heart, and it's painful. Sometimes I think I'm going to tear apart from the inside. But that pain is one of the memories I've held so dear all this long. Ugh, I messed that up, but let's just keep going. I can't just surrender it up to someone else. You took Yuya's advice to heart. If I stopped worrying, if I stopped being in pain, I wouldn't be myself anymore. I don't care if I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I want to go back to the real world and live into the future with everyone. Have you no shame, you pathetic being? You call yourself a king, but you are as limp and weak as boiled frog legs. You fear contact with others? You comfort yourself by forcing everyone into the same mindset as yourself? You despicable coward! A king's duty is not to indulge in sloth and indolence. The future will come, yes, and we do not know what tragedies it may bring, but a king's duty is to stand proudly forth and do battle with them. Sakuya is cool! Indeed. Sakuya would be a way better king than you. But of course. What would a bird Megukure look like? I think we're seeing it right now. Sakuya, don't let your guard down. No! No, my pigeon son! Ugh. How dare you strike at me while I am speaking, you cad! Are you okay? Did he get you? Ugh. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku will take care of all your scrapes and bumps with a wink and a twink and a ha-ha-ha. A familiar pair of white creatures tumble across the room and begin administering emergency care to Sakuya. Okay, we found the party healers. It's not like I asked for this or anything. The baka. Can I borrow that first aid kit for a minute? Are you okay, Ash? I'm great! I knew you'd be here, Ryota. Thank you. Yeah. Let's help each other get out of here. With you and Nageki. And everyone. King does not understand. Oppo-san, look out! He's coming from above! That ungainly dance of yours is hardly something to show in front of a lady, Your Highness. Tell me, what's happening? Things have gotten a bit strange, haven't they? I knew you'd show up looking like a hero, Yuya! So, Hitori was alright? Good. Nageki knows, doesn't he? You're late, Sakazaki! Been off gallivanting around while the rest of us fight, have you? Do forgive me, dear brother. I was looking for somebody and was unfortunately delayed. Now then, let's get this idealist king to step aside so we can get at the magic lantern who's hiding behind his throne. Wow! He's even more of a berserker than I am! I think we're going to win this. Watch out! Someone's gotten angry. The rampaging Oko-san and the heroic Yuya have gained the upper hand. Or have they? The king is still thrashing around an awful lot. Just a little more and we can win! Just one more! Just one! Just... Shoo, come on. Come out of retirement. One more? Of course. I knew I'd forgotten something. We're still a bird short. Fascinating. A fine work indeed. Each one possesses a physical tangibility indistinguishable from the real thing. I am quite curious about this. How does he produce such a convincing illusion in multiple brains, all at once? How has he gathered these experiences and memories together? And how does he project them into the minds of his visitors? I certainly hope there is a better answer than magic. Hey there, you all by yourself? Are they together? Sure. Please tell us it's Ryuji, and that I haven't been just messing everything up entirely the whole game. You look like you found something neat. Mind if I have a look? Ah. I see. So, this place. That is to say, it seems that individual memories may resurface and manifest by themselves. Or it's your long-lost gay husband! You could be happier. I'm over here, kiddo. Or were you talking to the floor? Oh, no. Please, pay it no mind. More importantly, why did you come here? I saw a faint light while I was wandering around the halls. And it led me here. Nice to meet you. I'm the migrant. What's your name? Isasoma, Isasoma, Isasoma. I do not have any name to give you. Now, if we had been married like I wanted... Oh, what's with the scary face? Did I say something wrong? Yes. Yes, you did. You are a migrant. Why do you need to know my name when you will be soon wandering off again? Well, I do wander around a lot, but that doesn't mean I can't make friends, does it? Don't mind me then. Go make some. Aw, come on. I mean, but I've got something to talk to you about. I'm sorry. Did I look like I would make good conversation? What a terrible pity. No, hey, wait! Jeez, you're all grown up, but you can't sit still long enough for me to finish a sentence. What did you say? Don't talk as if you know me, old man. You no longer know anything, do you? I knew it! I wasn't sure, but I thought I remembered this scent. Hey, listen. You were my friend, right? Ugh. You must be joking. No, nothing of the sort. Funny, isn't it? I made all sorts of excuses, but I suppose I waited here hoping someone would get confused and end up here. I know how you smell, Shoo. Welp. Let us consider each other to be complete strangers. How does that sound? Oh, that's too bad. Migrants like myself never remember anything for long, so it's not often we get to meet our friends from before. Shu is not handling this well. To be fair, do you think you would handle this well? In any case, we're friends now. Yes, that sounds very nice. This is unfair, and I object. Now, I know this is awfully sudden, but... Leaving already? And what were you just complaining about me for? Sorry. That's not what I meant. Don't you want to get out of here? I'd like to go back to my travels, but the king here will throw a tantrum if anyone tries to leave. I don't have a tragic dead gay boyfriend, so it's hard for me to tell. Well... I mean, I think we all have a tragic dead gay boyfriend now. There are some kids just up ahead doing their very best to crack the egg. Maybe you could go give them a hand? I don't even have enough breath left to sigh. You're asking me to help you leave. Won't you? Yes. I suppose I am tired of wasting time obsessing over the past. Very well. Now, as then, I'll go along with your thick-headed plans. Tragic gay doctor boyfriends. Death blow! Barbarian uppercut! I thought with all that excitement earlier that we'd taken the advantage, but now it doesn't look that way at all. We're going to need an expert in murder to get through this. It would be nice if we could open up even just enough of a gap for me to make it through to the tower on my own. I don't think that will be easy. He has way too many heads. Most beings only have one. Ash, you don't need to shout your attacks. Look, she learned her history from media. Never could turn down Ryuji's request. Yeah. He's looking after Ryuji's horrendous abomination children. If only the Fluffetic was here. He can out-cheat anyone, no matter how many heads they have. And I bet he'd love to get his lancet into a creature as creepy as this. Ugh! He's completely taken the upper hand. Head, that is. Also, I'm getting the feeling that Ryuji is significantly older than Shu. Yeah, I feel like Ryuji is to Shu as Nanaki or Hitori is to us. Help! I never thought I'd say this sentence in any context, but help us, Dr. Iwamine! There is no need to shout. I'm right behind you. Well, this appears to have just happened. The doctor, appearing out of nowhere, throws something chemical looking at the king. It smells extremely unhealthy. I knew you'd come through, Doctor. And with heroic timing, too. Oh, looks like you stole my thunder again. Don't act as if you could compare to Dr. Iwamine, mongrel. Oh no. Sakuya still admires him. This isn't going to end well. Doctor, we've awaited your arrival. I think I'm going to sneeze. What was that, sir? Something not unlike what I put in a tranquilizer gun I use for collecting live samples back home. He just dosed the king up with sleeping pills. So, anesthetics? It confuses the target's gait and paralyzes the central nervous system for a few minutes. Heretical indeed. I'm going on ahead. You weren't heretical enough, Doctor! It was developed with earthly creatures in mind. It seems it is not so effective here. Oko-san will use wing attack! Leave this to us. Sounds right. We'll keep him occupied so Ash and Nageki can head past the throne. If what the migrant said is right, you're the only one who can break us out of here. Go on. Do your stuff and do it well. Right. Thank you, everyone. Alright, let's go. Come on, Nageki. Through the door the king was so eager to stop us from getting to, there is the lighthouse. The huge, bright lighthouse we saw from the plaza, but the bridge is broken? He must have destroyed it. He really doesn't want to let us leave, does he? What do we do? I don't think I can jump that. I can fly. Oh, of course, because you're a pigeon. I completely forgot about that. I'll go. It is the lighthouse the king has tried to stop us from reaching at all costs. What could be waiting inside? I don't want to make Nageki go alone if I don't have to, but... What? This is going poorly. What should we do? The king has multiplied. This is a case of the grossest asexual division. No one told us he was capable of this. In fact, you can double fly because you're a ghost. There are a lot of good points to be made here. Nageki, the king's coming after us. Go, quickly. I'll break some jawbones and be after you in a flash. Alone? But... Right. See you later, Mr. Saka. This is a false star. The souls of lost birds are drawn in by this magic lantern, this lighthouse, and swallowed. They swell up and dream a happy dream. This lighthouse, it is a giant magic lantern. Everything Mr. Saka and I saw as we walked around this world was a fake. An illusion projected by this lighthouse. Yes, a fake. But it was fun, wasn't it? Oh no! Oh, this does not... He's all alone at the center of his world. Empty. The king waited here for the dark tangled souls which the river of heaven deposited at the foot of his jeweled throne. The king was there when they arrived, so it is no surprise to find him here in the lighthouse he had tried so hard to prevent us from reaching. This king... Were you drawn here by the light? Or are you the first king? I suppose it doesn't make a difference either way. You are one of the kings, and the kings are you. The king said, and you will become the king as well. Don't you want to? I'll pass, thanks. And not just me. Everyone who came here with me has already refused your offer. It was a little hard to deal with the big king throwing a tantrum back there. I'm glad I can talk with you now. Nageki knows! Stay away from me! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're trying to break the dream kingdom that I built, aren't you? That's mean. I suppose so. Mean! But you've tried to keep us shut in. If you let us and the others you've captured out of here, we won't break anything. I don't want to! The king said if the king did that, he would be all alone again. Aww. You are already alone, Your Majesty. You were afraid of what the others might say to you, so you absorbed them into yourself. And now you're the only one here. I was always alone too. I didn't know how to return to the sky. I think I should have gotten on the train, like you. But I stayed on the earth. I spent a long time alone, burying myself in a fake world born of books. I had no one to talk to, just like you. It was quiet and peaceful. I had no friends, so no one hurt me. But one day, I started making friends. They're a whole bunch of nutcases. I can never tell what they'll say or do next. They're all loud and active. Just being with them tires me out. But I like them. I'm happy now. The stars on the planisphere glitter. I know what the king is afraid of. That won't do anything anymore. That planisphere isn't any good now. Indeed, you took one of the stars after all. The star you feared the most isn't here. That star is gone. I already absorbed it. So come on, just stop threatening me. You can't do anything. Yes, I can. Oh no. The stars on this board are here to burn through the king's lies. One of them is missing, but all I have to do is replace it. Bird souls shine like stars. I should have at least one true gemstone with me. Which one should I use? The save button? Use garnet, use lapis lazuli, or use topaz. Topaz is yellow. And Hitori's the one that wasn't given to you by the king? Oh, good point. So that was the topaz. And Hitori gave it to him, of course. Hitori gave me this topaz. The other two I got from you. But be careful with that. Don't you realize what you're doing? Thank you, Hitori. Nageki knows, man! I know what happened. You burned to death, didn't you? Aren't you scared of that? Why are you making yourself go through it all again? Dear Lord, I beg of you, look into my heart and hear my prayer. No! Stop! You'll burn everything I've made! In my next life, don't let me waste myself. Let me use my body for the true happiness of everyone in the world. The glittering crystal forest and the warm, friendly plaza? Everything will disappear. And then the scorpion burst into flame, a brilliant crimson glow, and by the light of his burning body, he lit up the night forever. I am that scorpion now. I would burn 100 times for my friend's happiness. This is not ending how I hoped it would. Oh no. Nageki, sweetheart, darling, Library. I suppose the king's favourite book when he was alive was the same as mine. Antares in the heavens, the light of the scorpion's flame guiding those lost in the dark towards the dawn. And so, the king's story comes to a close with the story he loved. There's nothing to fear. I've already burned like this once. The scorpion burns a bright crimson flame, and the dream ends. What will happen after I've burned again? I hope the others get out of here safely. You're coming too, Nageki! Yes! Please, God! Sorry I'm late, Nageki. I got delayed while I was climbing up. Miss Tasaka, it's dangerous here. Get back! Oh, come on. I've fought beasts and climbed a lighthouse. Come on, take my hand, quickly. We're going home together. The king stopped. Ash, please don't turn to ash. Thank you, I was waiting for the joke. Watch out, kids, the building's coming down. Sure feels like the final scene now, huh? I don't know what exactly he did, but Nageki certainly hasn't cut any corners. So, what should we do? I'd rather not get turned into a pancake underneath this castle after coming so far. The Big King is just a projection from the lighthouse too, I guess? Yeah. And the room with the chair was all that was here in the beginning. It won't collapse. We're safe here. Ryuji, have you been here since the beginning? Oko-san is falling! Oko-san is falling! Ryota, it's your dad, say hi. God damn it, Ryota! Look, we're heading for the Milky Way. We'll be out soon. What of Tosaka and Fujishiro? Did they make it? They're probably fine. Ash's hunter-gatherer instincts will guide her through whatever it takes to get Nageki out of there. Merry Christmas! It's the Great Escape! Ryuji, you should also probably greet these children of yours. You have so many children here and you have done right by none of them. Stop clinging to me, you two. It is uncomfortably warm. Okay, when Shu is being a better father than you, that's a sign that you should reevaluate your undeath. Which way's up? Which is down? I feel so light. Oh! Oopsie daisy. Hitori! Oh. Is that right? I know, but it's still too soon. That's right. I'll be along soon. I'll catch up with you. Hitori Elizabeth Uzune, you had better be showing some gosh dang remorse for once in your goddamn life. Someday. Let's go, Hitori. Oh no. I still have murders to do? Yeah. Nageki and Hitori, untangled from the king's wreckage, and I fall through the stars. Oh dear. We touch down in a field of silver grass. It is like nothing we saw inside the egg, or in the beautiful Dream Kingdom. Ash! Ryota! I'm so glad you all made it out okay. Yeah. And we knew you'd get out just fine, Ash. And you too, Nageki. You did really well. It must have been hard. You be the better person, Ryota. You are too good for this entire game. I'm fine. Nageki is tough. He has the soul of a buff, manly man. I don't want to think about where we'd be now if you two hadn't broken through back there. I'm really quite grateful. Thank you, Nageki. Right. He seems so discomforted by Yuya. Wait, Yuya can see him. Yuya can see him. Pure of heart. Yep. Call back to way back then. You call yourself a hero of justice, but you can't even get by without relying on your juniors, can you? Well, that's a little harsh. I'd never seen anything like this before either. Can't you cut me a little slack? You are too sloppy. You never manage to do anything without slipping up. But I suppose there is no harm in considering there to be some value in your efforts to come rescue us. Why, thank you. That alone makes all this worth it. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku will praise you too. Merry Christmas. Good job, good job. Hey there, looks like everybody's together again. Oh, Mr. Migrant. Ugh. She was just absolutely disgusted by Ryuji. I ship it. Oh, come on. Do you have to look so angry, old friend? Your forehead's going to end up permanently creased. Wait, you know the doctor? No. We are complete strangers. Ouch. That's cold. Anyway, let me introduce my new friends. Over here, guys. More of the pushy peasants. I've heard enough out of you lot. And don't worry, they're all going back to being migrants. Just like me. Ugh, my shoulders are so stiff. That was a long nap. I could eat a horse. Wow, what a dream. Wow. Shu, stop this, you are not 12. Hey, his chrysalis hardened up. And just no emotional development since then. He probably should not be a father, though. I object! Hey! Don't go stealing my lines! The birds the king had absorbed? Yeah, that's them. We're all going to go back to wandering the night sky. You too, of course. No, excuse me. Nageki is ours. You cannot have him. Oh, you're talking to the king? You can have him, that's fine. I don't want to. I'm scared. Where'd he come from? Mr. King, you're way too quiet. I didn't even realize you were here. I'm so tiny now. Just leave me alone. That's no good. If we left you on your own here, you'd just do the same thing again, wouldn't you? Besides, traveling the stars isn't that bad. You don't need to be scared. Ryuji Kawara, you will parent this abomination of a thing, but you will not parent your son. You let Shu grant his wish. That was a bad idea. You've got experiments running around that you really should have taken responsibility for. Shu is also taking care of them. You have abdicated your parental duties. You are not allowed to adopt this guy. I forbid it. You're lying. You don't know where the train will go either, do you? Nope, that's what traveling's all about. You made the king cry, mister. You meanie. Wait, you mean me? Since when am I the bad guy? I just elaborated on this, Ryuji. It looks like you are now. Look. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean it like that. When we return our names to the stars, we're leaving on a journey into the night. We will make all sorts of memories while we're alive, right? Good ones and bad ones. All that baggage is too heavy. We can't carry it with us into our next lives. So we journey through the night sky, letting our memories go a little bit at a time. I don't want to! Forgetting is scary! But if you keep clinging to your memories, you can never be reborn. We're like stones washing down a river. You might start out as a big jagged lump, but as you keep washing along you get worn down until you're round and smooth. The sparks as your corners chip off are what make the stars shine. And you've journeyed through the night sky until you can't get any rounder. You turn into an egg and fall back to Earth. Back there again? Don't you want to be reborn, Mr. King? No! I don't want to go through all that again. I really don't blame him, to be honest. Come on, it won't be all bad. Well, I guess it might be. You never know. Ah! You made him cry again! The King's Station. The King's Station. Leaving on a journey? Heading home? This is the line for you either way. This is the Earth Southern Cross line, that's right. The train to Earth will be coming next. Do not get on the wrong one. It's the train! Come on, before it leaves. Come with us, Your Highness. Oh, would you like a caramel? Beautiful scenery and jolly companions. What a wonderful day. Come on, let's go. Maybe it's for the best if Ryuji didn't stick around if he makes all his kids cry. This is true. And let's be real, she was crying on the inside. Oh, right. I completely forgot. Come here for a second, old friend. Are they going to kiss? Please, don't act so familiar. Let me give you a present before I leave, as proof of our friendship. Give me a minute. What do I have? Sorry, I can never keep my things straight. Ryuji. Indeed. You're always picking up useless gewgaws and you never put them in order. Here we are. I picked this up in Orion's belt. It's a fossil. Look at it, isn't it cool? It's huge. Are you a child? Didn't he die from catching something off a fossil? Hey, geology is fun too. You should try going on an excavation sometime. I bet you'd love it. God fucking damn it, Ryuji. I shall keep it in mind. And you. Me? Ryota? I was about to say, don't you recognize your own dad? And then I realized that canonically, no, he would not. Let me give you this amber. Isn't it pretty? Oh, yes it is, but why are you giving it to me? I actually meant to give it to you a long time ago. And sorry, I've got to go. Take care of your mother, okay? You do not get to lay that guilt trip on my childhood best friend, Ryuji Kawara. All aboard for the Southern Cross. We missing anybody? What about me? Oh, I completely forgot. We fought the king with all we had so we could all go home, including Nageki, but maybe that's not where he needs to go. What do you want to do, Nageki? I want to stay on Earth a little longer. there's still so much I want to see. Maybe this is greedy of me. Maybe I'm being selfish like the king. But there are still important things I need to remember. I can't release memories into the night if I don't have them. So I want time until I either remember everything or replace it with new memories. I dunno, kiddo. We never recommend haunting as a death-style choice, you know? Too easy to go all black and bitter. You mean Nageki could turn into something like the king? I really don't think he would do that. If I start turning bad, I'll get on the same train as the king. Is Nageki not allowed to stay with us, Mr. Conductor? Like I said, I can't recommend it, but you said you've lost your memories? If you don't have any ill will left over from your lifetime, you'll probably be okay. And mister, you burned up your free pass. You don't look like you have any other tickets, so you'll have to wait until they're reissued anyway. So, Nageki can. For now, he can go back to Earth. I'd like to note this final chapter has taken 4 hours. You guys don't even want to know how much my throat hurts right now. Alright. Yay! I'm so glad, Nageki. For better or for worse, I suppose. This is definitely for better. You wanted to go home yourself after all. And if the conductor had tried to force you on, he would have gotten a taste of my right, straight, left uppercut combo anyway. Yeah, you guys are all very... You guys are troopers for sticking with me on this. But there's no... This is a very well-crafted story in that I never wanted to stop. Hey now, I'm not looking for any trouble. What's a human girl doing at the bird station anyway? This is all getting kind of weird.
So much birb.
So much. Oh, I've been going for nearly 7 hours now.
Yeah, I just realised what time it was and I'm like, are you okay? Did they have your soul? Even more so.
I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes for 20 years.
Oh well, you got something out of it at least.
Yes, well.
No, you sound like a cool gangster. Old school stuff.
Rockets, you took a nap in the middle? Nice.
I took it up.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll finish it up, guys. Last call for the Southern Cross. The train's pulling out. I'm assuming it's nearly over, except we still haven't exposed Hitori ne Nemo.
You need closure.
I need closure! You don't know how accurate that is.
Well, I heard... Before I went to sleep, I heard screaming about something being terrifying.
Oh, yes, screaming.
That's why I made the sign, screaming and steaming.
Yep.
Steaming?
Steaming, yep, also that.
Ooh,
The train climbs...
hot burbs.
We've been there.
Yeah.
The train climbs upward into the starry sky. I hope the king and the others have a nice trip. Come on, everyone, let's go home. Oh no! He's got his eyes back!
Okay.
Oh yeah. We release our unhappy memories and are born again.
I'm leaving.
Bye! I can't escape mine. I can only go on and make more. But when I touched his wing... Oh no! Oh no. And that's all for your sophomore year. Take care, everyone. And then you still go on to do the murders. Hitori Uzune Kazuaki Nanaki, please get your priorities in order. So, that's the end of the semester. I guess we have spring break now, but we have to plan ahead for exams, so it's not so exciting. Release! Ah, glorious release! Until we meet again, loyal friends. I wonder what kind of class I'll be in next year. I hope we're all together again. That would promise to be another unpleasantly noisy year. I hope you all will have learned to behave yourselves by then. Don't forget the Elizabeth. I will never forget the Elizabeth. You need to do the side stories and radio thing later. Yeah, next weekend. Oko-san is always behaving himself. You're the worst of the lot. Hey, Ash? Are you doing anything over the weekend? The weekend? Aside from Sunday morning TV, no. Why do you ask? I was wondering if we could meet up somewhere. Of course! Gosh, you don't have to be so formal, Ryota! I guess that's true. I'll send you an email, okay? He's trying his best to move on. My heart! See you. Polly Burberry? Why not? Merry Christmas! Shock! Have you two knocked another flask over? I keep telling you not to go running around the infirmary. Ash has a television? Yes, she's mentioned watching Pretty Cool before. Merry Christmas! Yeah, where has Angel been? Has he been in hospital? Mira and Kaku didn't do anything. Huh? I'm sorry, my wing slipped. You're the last one I'd have expected to see break something, Doctor. I was thinking about things. In any case, I've lost my concentration now. I think I would do well to take a little air. I shall leave early. One side story explains the lack of Angel? Well, that is good to know. And alarming. He seems to be recovering a lot more slowly than me. I wonder if he saw something particularly terrifying in that dream. Anyway, time to clean this up. Could you two get me the broom? Merry Christmas! Last time my grand plans were swept aside by some unrelated and thoroughly ridiculous incident, but today, I settle the score. Shoes left early. You shall have a front row seat for the second unveiling of my wonderful masterpiece now. Prepare yourself, Issa Soma. The artistic weapon I shall unveil today is... Your target isn't here, not so young, kiddo. What? And hey, what kind of name is that? I am offended. Iwamine Shu went home. There's nothing for you to do here. What rotten luck! This is too much! Where does he live? I'll break in through his window if I have to. Notice me, Issa-senpai? Too real. He tries so hard and gets so far, but in the end, it never even matters. And here the commander, the snow demon sage, falls. Overcome with anger, the disciple of the Violet Rose reaches out to the Forbidden. Wait, Angel? Didn't the disciple of the Violet Rose go across the border to train himself in the last chapter? Even if the Snow Demon Sage loses, won't it take a while for him to find out? Ah, I see. Yes, that is correct, Edelblau. This is a terrible contradiction. It stinks of the demon spores. Angel, you can't blame everything in life on demon spores. These demon spores sure are scary, Angel. Come on, let's think about how the disciple of the Violet Rose should make his fall into darkness, okay? Very well. In accordance with the contract of old. You two are awfully noisy. Be quiet in the library. Achievement unlocked. Live long with your own sins. That just happened.